So I'm training you to attack cats and you're sitting here taking a siesta with one? Are you kidding me? Get him! Get him, boy! You're vicious, get him! He doesn't look worried to me. Say goodbye, YouTube. So Easter weekend is coming up and I told the car delivery people to send me something nice to go to all those parties, and I see I have a key in my mailbox. So let's go out and see what they dropped off. A Mercedes, Jaguar, Audi. What the heck is this? A Kia. And a Kia Rio. Well, looks like I'll be driving in super style this week. Actually, I'm just joking. To tell you the truth, I've had this car for 4 days already. And it's a lot nicer car than you would think, especially in this price bracket. As we will find out as we do some more extended testing. And we'll start that right now. We're going to our test track to take a closer look. So let the show begin. So we made it to our secret garage and testing facility, so let's take a closer look at this rig and see what we've got here. The Rio comes in two modes. The first, like you see here, this is the 5-door hatchback. If you're loading and unloading a lot of gear, this is the more practical unit. If not, it also comes in a 4-door sedan with a lockable trunk. Either way, the starting price is approximately $15,000 for the base vehicle. We had the upgraded EX version. Gives you all the standard equipment at no extra charge. In fact, the only option, carpeted floor mats, $130. I guess we have to pay for a floor now. And there's the total tab. If you watch my videos, you know one of the first things we do when we get a vehicle is to take the headlights out and see how they perform in the dark. And these are definitely big ones, so it should be interesting to see how they perform, and we'll do that right now. It's dark enough, so let's check out these headlights and see what happens. My, that's a big bulb. Here we have the headlights on a building 100 feet away on low beam. Not the brightest I've ever seen, but adequate. Now we go to high beam. Seems okay to me. Here we have the headlights on a building 300 feet away with a chain link fence in between on the high beam setting. Not the brightest I've ever seen with these giant headlights and big bulbs. I was expecting a bit more, but adequate. Go to low beam. Wide enough for city use. There you have it. High, low. Here we get a better view on a dark city street. Nothing to brag about, but they passed. And now that summer's coming, another feature we're going to do is take our temperature gun out and see how the paint colors perform in the sun. It's 91 degrees outside, and on this white car we got a reading of 111 degrees. This black vehicle, 145 degrees. And our test car with what they call azure blue, not blue, azure blue, got it? 123 degrees. Overall, I like this blue paint job. It looks good and it doesn't heat up much in the sun. A good choice to pick. And a good reason why black is never a good choice to pick unless you live in Hawaii or Alaska. So we'll take a look under the hood. The only engine offered is a small 4-cylinder, 1.6 liters if my memory serves me correct, putting out 130 horsepower. Here's your EPA rating: 28 city, 37 highway, 32 in mixed driving. Pardon my shaky hand, no tripod today. And we'll be racking up some real-world driving to tell you what the real-world fuel economy figures are. The base vehicle comes with a 6-speed manual transmission. Optional is an automatic transmission. And instead of those horrible CVT automatic transmissions being installed here, as we find on many other cheap economy cars, we get a real 6-speed automatic transmission. Far more pleasurable to drive. Thank you very much. It does come with a sport mode, which we have not tried yet. Since we're inside the cabin, we might as well take a look here. Nothing fancy, but materials and workmanship are far above what I expected in this price class. In the second row seating, you have room for 2 full-size adults. As expected, the second row seats do fold down if you need more room in the rear. The whole point of having a hatchback. If we look under the floor, we do get a real spare tire. Thank you very much. The sun visors do slide back and forth to block out the sun in the early morning and late afternoon. Like so. You'd be surprised the number of vehicles that don't allow this. A glove box that's larger than most in this class. A tiny console in between the seats for putting your wallet or your sophisticated cell phones. Hey, that's a top-of-the-line Walmart phone there. 2 cup holders in between the seats. A penny. Oh. Alright, lucky me. The emergency brake in between the seats, where some people like it and some people don't. A nice gauge cluster. But to me, this is the most important feature of this vehicle. Pay close attention, please. The climate controls. 3 simple knobs: temperature, fan speed, vent. Topped off with the on and off button. It does not get more simpler than that. Why can't all cars do this? But the more expensive the cars, the more complicated they get. This is what we need on every car on the planet. I don't care how much they cost. You can't beat this. The view screen isn't the largest, but adequate enough. The rocker panels under the door are narrow, so you won't be getting your pants dirty rubbing on the bodywork every time you step in and out of the vehicle. The bottom line is, this is a very good cabin, and I can't find anything to bitch about. Kia did a good job of copying all the good features of other vehicles, and this is what you end up with. A cabin that's very easy to live with. 10 points out of 10 for me. This concludes part 1 of the video where we do the show and tell. Part 2 is coming up where we do the actual driving and fuel economy figures. So I'll start that now. Back in the old days, if you wanted to get performance out of a small 4-cylinder car, you needed to go to a manual transmission. That's really not true anymore, especially with this vehicle. This motor has plenty of low-end torque. The 6-speed automatic performs quite well. And the car does move out more than adequate. And that's in the normal mode. I haven't tried the sport mode yet. We'll do a 0 to 60 run and we'll put it in the sport mode, although I don't think it's going to make that much difference, but every little bit helps. We're not laying any rubber, but it's moving out okay. Engine's quiet enough. Brakes feel perfect. Kia engineers did a great job on this power steering. Even though it's electric, it feels hydraulic. Quick enough Has some good feel and feedback. Very pleasant to use. If you watch my videos, we do speed bump tests to test the suspension impacts, and we have a short wheelbase here with limited suspension travel, so I'm going to keep it around 20 to 25 miles per hour. So here comes bump number 1 at 21 miles per hour. "25 miles per hour for this one. Sounds pretty bad, but I'm not feeling it that much. 23. And here comes a real nasty one. The thumping sounded worse than it was. This is a very solid body structure and did quite well on the speed bumps, actually. The turning circle is usually reserved for high-performance cars only, but let's give it a go anyway. The rear end's hanging out just a little bit, but nothing serious. I have total control. Impressive for such an inexpensive car, let's put it that way. The only real beef I've had thus far is the way the dash reflects into the windshield. You look here, you can see the air vents. Nothing serious, just annoying at certain angles. But you'll get used to it. Even though the thumping noises on those speed bumps was a bit louder than what I would like, don't be fooled. This is a very comfortable car to drive on daily commuting. And on city streets, the suspension does a pretty good job of soaking up the bumps. So it will not be a problem, trust me. At highway speeds, 70 miles per hour and above, there's a bit of front-end wandering, I've noticed, which is unusual considering that 61% of the weight is on the front. So I'm making a lot of corrections during high winds, but it's nothing serious. Something else you just have to get used to. For those interested in fuel economy figures, here you go. I put 29 miles of extremely hard city driving, including our 0 to 60 test. 28.9 mpg. That's 1 mpg better than what the EPA claims. In the past 4 days, 50% city driving, 50% freeway driving, 120 miles, 32.4. Almost exactly what the EPA claims. And we'll be doing some more driving, so don't go away. More fuel economy figures coming up. We're going to take this Kia Rio out for a little freeway trip. See what type of fuel economy we can get. The lunchtime traffic's a little heavy, so I don't see us going over 65 miles per hour, just for the record. So here's an interesting car next to me from Mexico called the Fluence. What the heck is that? Anybody ever driven a Fluence? Interesting. Well, looks like he caught the attention of the highway patrol. Must be from the drug cartels. Well, here you have it, 28 miles of expressway driving, 60 to 75 miles per hour, 38.5 mpg. Not bad. So I've been driving this for a week, and here's my rundown. My total fuel economy was 30.8 mpg overall. Not bad. And if you watch my videos, you know if there's something wrong with the car, we'll find it and tell you. But I'm afraid Kia's got me over the barrel here because I just can't find anything wrong with this car to bitch about. And I tried, trust me. It's easy to get into and out of, easy to park, comfortable to drive, good fuel economy, and the price is reasonable. What more can you want? And you have the 10-year, 100,000 mile warranty on the drivetrain. And the Kia dealers usually discount a lot more than the Japanese dealers do. So if you're looking for a nice vehicle under 20 grand, give this one a look. There are some other nice economy cars under 20 grand we've driven recently. We'll have links for those videos coming up right now. Just click and watch.